This week on the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast, Gabriel and Logan investigate good behavior trips at Sevier Middle School.
Elizabeth and I report on the recent Veterans Day program that was held at Sevier Middle School.
And in our sports segment, Kristin and I introduce Sevier's new wrestling coach. All this and more is coming up on SSN. Good morning, Sevier Middle. My name is Elizabeth.
And I'm Kristin. Welcome to this week's episode of the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast.
Good behavior trips can be a controversial topic. Do they really help students improve their behavior? Gabriel and Logan filed this report.
All of John Sevier Middle School's students know about the good behavior trip. Although few students go on it, students explained their feelings on the good behavior trip.
It rewards them for doing the right thing.
It gives them a goal to achieve every semester, just to achieve and get better, and so they can go on the good behavior trip.
Because the more you give them, the more they're going to think they're able to get away with.
They actually want to go and they don't get to go, they will improve their behavior in class.
Teachers and administrators shared different ideas about what should go on back at John Sevier during the trips.
I think those who stay at school should continue to work. It won't be the traditional work they do in class. It may be some review or some extra things to do, because my experience is my students who didn't go on the trip didn't go because they were disruptive in class and therefore probably didn't get all the information they needed in the first place. So it's kind of a good time to review.
I like the idea of for the students who don't get to go, it should just pretty much be a normal school day for them. As far as material covered in the classroom, I think it's a good time to stop and back up and review a concept that is important but maybe was difficult to grasp.
Although there were many differences, students gave similar opinions on where to go on the good behavior trips.
When we go to the movies, they could take us somewhere where they don't allow food. Or they could take us somewhere where they do allow food, so we can eat.
Maybe a theme park or miniature golf, something fun for them to do.
I guess similar to what we've previously had, like movies or going out to a park.
Bowling, go to the movies, and wrestling.
The normal stuff, like go to the mall, movies, bowling, I think.
Most students think good behavior trips help improve behavior.
I feel they do motivate us. They motivate us well.
I think that it's a very beneficial thing and also exciting thing. At the end of the 9 weeks, it's very interesting to go and see what the teachers have picked out as a trip, and it helps students because if you reward students for good behavior, they'll want to behave more.
I think the behavior trips are good because the kids that do get to go on them, they are rewarded, and the kids that don't, they want to go on them next time.
Although there was a little bit, there wasn't much difference between the teachers' opinions.
I think good behavior trips are something to strive towards getting to do. I know the couple that I went on were a lot of fun, and the students that went had a really good time.
I think that good behavior trips are important, and the kids who get to go really enjoy that learning something or experiencing something new outside of school. And the kids who don't get to go, I think they wish they were there.
For SSN, this is Gabriel and Logan.
In other news, the United Way of Greater Keenesport fundraising campaign has been a big success. Keenesport City Schools raised over $25,000 this year. Thanks to KCS, United Way agencies will be able to continue to reach those in need in the Keenesport community.
A new semester is just around the corner at Sevier Middle School. Applications for office worker are available in the Counseling Center. Any student interested in working as an office worker, mentor, or member of the Student Tech Squad should turn in an application as soon as possible.
For the first time in several years, John Sevier Middle School will participate in the National Geographic Bee. This event is similar to a spelling bee but focuses on geography. Sign up for interested students took place last week. The school-level geography bee will be held the week of January the 11th.
Recently, John Sevier Middle School celebrated Veterans Day. A Veterans Day program took place in the Sevier Gym and featured several actual veterans. Kristin and I filed this report.
Say, can you
Recently, the students of John Sevier attended a Veterans Day program in the gym. Veterans visited the students and gave a presentation about their past. Teachers and students alike enjoyed the program.
These are the times that try men's souls.
I really enjoy the idea of a Veterans Day program. I think the students here at Sevier need to be able to recognize the veterans that have served in the various wars throughout our country.
I really like it because we get to see a veteran actually talk in person because some people haven't even met them before. So I think it's a good idea.
It was a good program because we got to hear veterans talk about their experiences and we learned from them. Many students believed that the Veterans Day program is an important event.
We have a Veterans Day program because it's a good time to honor the veterans who risked their lives to keep us safe.
We have Veterans Day program to honor the veterans that protected us and helped us.
I think we have a Veterans Day program to honor the veterans and so that they can tell their experiences and so that we can learn from it and we can realize how much they actually help our country.
I think we have a Veterans Day program to honor all of our veterans and thank them for our service.
Several of the John Sevier Middle School students have relatives that served in the Army.
My grandfather's a veteran he was a veteran, and my brother was thinking about going in the military.
Yes, my papa, he died in February, but he was a veteran, and my uncle.
Yes, my uncle and my great-grandfather and my grandfather.
My grandfather was a veteran.
My papa was a veteran.
Both my uncles and my grandfather served in wars. My grandfather was in World War II, my uncle was in Vietnam, and my other uncle served in Korea.
Like many other Americans, Sevier students and teachers are thankful for the veteran service.
First off, thank you, a lot, because, without them, we wouldn't be here. And tell them that, it's going to be okay.
And thank you for your service, and I'm glad that God put you guys in our lives to help our country.
I'd like to tell a veteran thank you because it's what they need to hear.
I would tell them thank you for all they did because everybody appreciates what they did.
This has been Kristin and Elizabeth reporting for SSN. Last week, temperatures took a nosedive. What can we expect from the weather this week? Gabe is standing by in the weather center with the answer.
This past week, temperatures took a nosedive. This week, the weather will stay generally cool. Good morning, Warriors. My name is Gabriel. On Monday, it will rain in Kingsport. Temperatures will stay cool with a high near 57 degrees. The low overnight will drop to about 38 degrees. On Tuesday, the rain will move out of the area, and the high temperatures on Tuesday will be 55 degrees. At night, temperature will drop down to about 35 degrees. On Wednesday, the cooler, cloudy weather will continue. By Thursday, the temperature will go up to about 60 degrees during the day and 41 degrees at night. And Friday will be a mostly sunny day with a pleasant 64 degrees. The low temperatures will be about 45 degrees. That's it for today's weather report. Now let's go back to the newscast studio. The basketball season is heating up the winter months right now. With the Tribe Classic just around the corner, Kalynn has your Sevier sports update.
Cooler weather has arrived in Kingsport, but the middle school basketball season is heating up. Good morning, my name is Kalynn. This past Tuesday, the boys' basketball season continued with the game against Libertyville. The varsity team lost their game with a score of 72-52. The junior varsity team was also unable to defeat Libertyville and lost their game with a score of 52-18. The girls' basketball team faced against Libertyville this past Tuesday. The varsity Lady Warriors were defeated by Libertyville by 17 points. The junior varsity lost by 16 points. Last Wednesday, the girls' basketball team had a game against Vance Middle School. The varsity defeated Vance by a score of 58-13. The leading scorer was Emily Lane with 24 points. The junior varsity defeated Vance by a score of 53-14. The leading scorer was Olivia Doran with 21 points. Sevier Middle School has several athletes whose sports are not all that well known. Kristin and Elizabeth filed this report.
My new experience as a wrestling coach has been pretty much more than what I've expected. The boys and girls have done a phenomenal job of working hard and giving us their best effort, and I couldn't ask more for these young men and women.
Coach Idolette is the new wrestling coach at Sevier Middle. The wrestling team members feel that Coach Idolette motivates them.
Thought about the new wrestling coach is he's pretty cool and seems nice.
My thoughts about the new wrestling coach is he's teaching us the right way and getting us ready and pumped up for the wrestling matches.
I think he's better. He pushes us and makes us work harder and then trains us. I think he's pretty good because he makes us do intense exercises and we have to lift big tires.
The new wrestling coach, he's very nice, but he makes us do hard and intensive workouts so we can get in shape and better at what we are now.
I like the new wrestling coach a lot because he motivates us to do better every day.
I really like him because he always motivates us and make us do extra. And
my new thoughts about Coach Idolette, he's a really good coach. He motivates us. He don't put us down, and he's always trying to get us above and beyond.
Why would Coach Idolette coach the wrestling team at Sevier?
I decided to coach Sevier's wrestling team because I wanted to give these boys and girls an opportunity to be better athletes and be able to strengthen some of their areas. They have done a phenomenal job of demonstrating hard work and effort, and their attitude has been wonderful.
Sevier students have many reasons why they would join the wrestling team.
I've joined wrestling because when I was in 5th grade and stuff, I liked WWE and stuff, but it's different, but it's still the equal amount of fun.
I decided to join the wrestling team because, I just want to do another activity sports since cross country's over and there's nothing else really to do. So, yeah. I joined the wrestling team because I've always wanted to wrestle since I've ever seen my brother wrestle.
I thought it would be something fun to do, and I wanted to do something extracurricular after school.
Always wanted to be on the wrestling team here, and I've been training over the summers.
I decided to join the wrestling team because I know it gives me a good workout and people motivate me more and more every day to keep going and to do my best.
Some of the students coached last year by Coach Grunder, a former teacher at John Sevier, compared their experiences with the new coach.
Yes, I was on Coach Grunder's team. He was like a second dad to me. He treated me equal as everybody else, and I always knew I could go and talk to him. But Coach Idolette did work about this equal amount with the running and conditioning and stuff. But I feel like we'll learn a couple new moves with the new coach.
I love Coach Grunder dearly, but I can say that Coach Idolette worked us harder.
Coach Idolette and students have big hopes for this year's wrestling season.
My hopes for this wrestling team is for every boy and girl that wrestles to improve every single practice, to be able to look themselves in the mirror and say that they gave their best effort every single practice.
My hopes for the new wrestling team this year is for us to do our best in every match.
To the tournaments and be able to win, and everybody being conditioned to last in 3 rounds, or if we can get a pin, that's really what matters on the mat. But it's also a family that we got. I just want everybody to know that we got a bond and we're a family.
My hopes are that everybody gets at least 1 pin on the mat.
That we just win a lot of matches and then everybody does hard and just works really hard. I hope we'll be the best that we can and hopefully we get first place.
Idolette reflects back on Sevier's athletic grading policy.
Sevier's athletic grading policy is wonderful. We are student athletes first, so we want to make sure that our students are focusing on their grades as they are most important. Students, as they go into high school and if they want to further their athleticism into college, they'll understand that grades are most important. I would like to add that any boy or girl that is interested in wrestling to come out to wrestle. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to stay in shape, and we'd love to have you out.
This has been Kristin and Elizabeth reporting for SSN. Now back to the newscast studio.
This week, the girls basketball team will face off against T.A. Duggar in an away game on Tuesday starting at 4:30 p.m. The girls basketball team will also take on Unicoi County in a home game starting at 4:30 p.m. The boys basketball team will take on T.A. Duggar in a home game on Tuesday starting at 5 p.m. They will also take on Unicoi County on Thursday in an away game starting at 4:30 p.m. That's it for this week's sports report. Let's go back to the newscast studio.
Since good behavior trips have become a big topic at Sevier recently, Joshua hit the halls to find out how the students of Sevier feel about these reward trips.
Students on Sevier have many opinions on good behavior trips. Some believe that if you set a goal, people will attempt to rise to it. Is this the case here? SSN hit the halls to see how students feel about these trips.
Yeah and no. I think yeah because some kids deserve it, and then no because when the kids don't get to go, they have bad behavior because they get mad because they don't get to go.
Yes, I do believe that, but I do think that it inspires kids to do better academically and behavior-wise, but I think it's not necessary to do it every 9 weeks.
I think it does, because then you get to be rewarded for your good behavior, so it motivates kids to have better behavior.
Well, yeah, because if they get a reward for it, and they know that if they do it, then they have a good behavior trip, I think it'll make them be better in school and not get as many conduct marks.
Yes, I do, because I think it motivates them to do better at what they're doing, because they might have something fun to do.
Yes, I do, but I don't think they should have a good behavior trip every 9 weeks. You're just overdoing it, guys.
No, because I just think it's like a little motivation. It's just sort of stupid.
If you want to tell us your opinion, tweet us at #SSNHitsTheHalls, and your comment could end up on the air. Now, let's go to the newscast studio.
Well, that's it for this week's episode of Sequoyah Scribe Newscast.
When we return, Allison Keeley will take a closer look at the new working lunch program at Sevier Middle.
Joshua will take a look back at the recent 8th grade trip to Dobbins Bennett High School's Career Technical Education Center.
And in sports, Elizabeth and I will investigate the KCS Middle School swim team.
I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Kristin. Have a great week, Sevier Middle.